And good afternoon. My name is Cindy Sechrist, and I am your HR consultant with Paychex. I am here today to go over your benefit plan offering for calendar year 2022. We're going to spend the next 45 minutes or so reviewing the plan offering, and then I'll open up for questions. Should you have those, I'm able to answer them towards the end. Let's go ahead and begin. We know that you're focused on your benefits now more than ever. You may have questions, and we've got some great information to share. That's why this informational meeting is so important, and hopefully you'll get a lot out of it. Let's go ahead and get started. We have many benefits to support you and your family. From a physical standpoint, we offer medical insurance, and we have a great new low plan available next year to consider. We offer dental insurance, vision insurance, and next year the prices are lower, 14% for calendar year 2022. We offer both short-term and long-term disability insurance. One second. All right. We also offer MetLife voluntary insurance plans. From a financial perspective, we offer FinFit, which is financial wellness, Working Advantage, which is our employee discount program, the flexible spending account. Emotionally, we offer the employee assistance program, and then Balanced Care is our health advocacy service. I'll share all those details here in the next 40 minutes or so. We'll start with some of the free benefits. We offer an employee assistance program. This is available for you, all of your dependents, whether you're full-time or part-time. Some of the perks include a personal assistant. If you'd like assistance planning any travel, maybe upcoming for the holidays, locating a child care or elderly care provider, maybe someone to come to your house and fix your broken garage door, they can help locate service providers for you and save you that time in researching those options. You have access to a personal online profile that you can take life improvement courses and have resources available, really to help you gain more balance between your home and work life. You have access to a health and wellness program. The coordinator will give you 3 visits to help make a plan to gain more healthy activities going into the new year, if maybe you're looking to lose weight or improve your health overall. You have access to a 30-minute legal consultation, and then they do have referral options for professional counseling services available 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. You can access these benefits by calling into the EAP support line or by visiting the webpage listed here on your screen. We also offer financial health advocacy services. This is through FinFit. If you ever wonder where all of your paycheck goes, this might be a great program for you. They can help create a personal financial assessment to see where is your money going today, and maybe set some financial goals for the future. If you're looking to plan a vacation, maybe retire one day, they can assist you with some of those planning endeavors. They can also help if you need access to a short-term loan, maybe for those unexpected expenses or emergencies that pop up. If you do activate a loan, the payroll deductions would actually come out of your paycheck, so it makes that repayment really easy for you. They do have minimal interest rates, definitely better than those paycheck locations on the side of the road that charge 30% interest. So highly suggest you look at this as an alternative for you. You have access to activate your membership either through finfit.com or by calling in the service line. We also have an employee discount program for you. This is available to all employees. This would provide discounts for shopping opportunities, such as hotels, rental cars, theme parks, restaurants, movie tickets. Lots of shopping vendors also available. You'll go on to workingadvantage.com. You'll make your purchases online, either via credit card or a bank statement. They are not available via payroll deduction. It's a great opportunity, definitely can save you money on things you purchase every day already. Now, hopefully all of you have downloaded the Paychex Flex mobile app. If you have not, this is your homework assignment for today because you'll find great value in accessing things right at your fingertips. You can enroll in your benefit plans, your 401k, flexible spending account. You can see your check stubs and your W-2s right at your fingertips. So I highly recommend that you download the app. We also offer benefit plans available to you and your family. These are cafeteria style. You can pick and choose the different plans and the coverage levels that best meet your needs. For example, maybe you would like to have employee-only coverage for medical, maybe family coverage for dental, employee spouse for vision. You can select any of those combinations, whatever best fits your needs. We're going to spend the next few minutes talking about your health insurance plans. We're staying with the carrier Florida Blue next year. To remind you of some of the benefits, you have access to a personal health assessment. They do offer lifestyle improvement programs if you're looking to lose weight, stop smoking. Definitely go online and check out those resources. They offer monthly health statements. If you're trying to track your expenses today, how close you're progressing towards your deductibles and your out-of-pocket maximums. You have access to wellness coaches, teledoc services, and a 24/7 nurse line. They also have online tools to help locate providers that are in the network. And you will receive an ID card. Should you need an additional ID card, you can call into member services and they can send you another copy of your card. I mentioned the teledoc feature. This was added a few years ago and it's really a great benefit, especially when you don't feel well. You typically don't like to leave your house and then go sit in the waiting room for an hour, only for your doctor to confirm that you have a virus and call in a prescription. If you use the telemedicine feature, you have access to a provider 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They will participate in a meeting with you via phone, video, mobile app, computer. They typically want to see your face as they diagnose your symptoms and issues. If you need to have a prescription, they can send it directly to your pharmacy of choice. The copay is less expensive than going to urgent care or the emergency room for sure. Very similar to your primary care visit copays. Now these represent all of the medical plans you have to select from next year in 2022. The 3 plans here towards the right side of the slide are in existence today. There are no changes in plan design, copays, all of those remain unchanged for you. I'll go through them here in a minute. There's one plan on the far left-hand side that's brand new. I'll go through that plan last. So let's start with the 5782. Currently, this is the lowest plan you have available. This one offers your primary care doctor visit at $35. Your specialist is $65. Emergency room care has a $500 copay. Urgent care is $100. You'll see that your labs and x-rays have 3 tiers for pricing. This depends on where you are as to what your out-of-pocket expense will be. The first one says 0% AD. This is when I'm at the doctor and they can draw my blood or maybe take an x-ray while visiting the practice. There's no additional cost to you because you've already paid your copay when you walked in. The next one says $65. If they send you to a diagnostic imaging or testing facility, your copay could be up to $65. The last option here is 0% AD. Anywhere you see AD stands for after deductible. You'll see that the deductible here is at the top. It's $6,600. If you're in the hospital,
Did I get here correctly? Huh? Did I get here correctly? Oh, sorry, hold on.
oh, there we go. So if you're in the hospital or need outpatient surgery or a complex image, you must meet the deductible first, which is $6,600 as an individual. If you're insuring someone other than yourself, like a family member, spouse, child, that $13,200 would apply. And that just means that 2 people in your house would have to be hospitalized or need outpatient surgery before that becomes reflective or required of you. If you're just using the insurance to go to your doctor, urgent care, emergency room, copays, you won't have to worry about satisfying your deductible at the top. Now let's talk about the complex image. The complex image is not covered under the plan until after you have met your deductible. So it's really important that you call Florida Blue and say, hey, my doctor wants me to have an MRI. Where should I go? How much will it cost? If you go to a hospital, it's likely going to cost a few $1,000s. If you go to an imaging center, it may be $500. So definitely consider researching the cost and where to go to save you some money. Now, all of our plans have a $10,000 life insurance policy included, and they all have very similar prescription benefits for the plans you offer today. You'll see the generic medication is up to $20. Brand formulary is up to $40. Brand non-formulary is $70. And the specialty medications, you would pay 20% of the cost up to a $250 maximum. That is all for a 30-day supply of medication. Now, if you do mail order, you can have a 90-day supply of medication delivered to your house for the cost of 60 days. So if you take anxiety, blood pressure, cholesterol, anti-inflammatory medication, every day, we highly suggest that you do mail order to save you some money. Now, all of our plans do not require a referral. You can go directly to a specialist. And you will see you are able to go outside the network if you wish. The last 3 rows have an out-of-network deductible, out-of-pocket maximum, and a co-insurance. These are different than the in-network deductibles at the top. So while you can go outside the network, it's highly expensive. So you want to consider that option before making that selection. And I'd like to move over to the plan to the right of that one, that's 5781. This is the middle plan offering you have available today. You'll see it's very similar in design. The biggest differences here are copayments. It's $40 for primary care. It's $75 for the urgent care facility. You'll see there's a reduction in deductible. So if you're hospitalized or if you need outpatient surgery, your deductible is $2,500. You then have a co-insurance of 30% until you reach your out-of-pocket max of $4,500. That's for you, the individual. You'll see that there is a slash here of $7,500 for deductible. It would take 3 people in your house to need to be hospitalized or have outpatient surgery. Otherwise, you won't meet that deductible or out-of-pocket max. And the plan on the far right-hand side, the 5771, this is the best plan. It also costs the most out of your paycheck. This plan has cheaper copays, so your primary care visit is $30. Your specialist is $55. You'll see that you can get a complex image on this plan for a $200 copayment if it's outpatient. If you need to be hospitalized, that deductible is $1,500. You then have a 20% coinsurance until your out-of-pocket max of $3,000, and that's for you as an individual. Your family max exposure would be $9,000, and again, it would take 3 people in your house to get to that number. Those are the 3 existing plans you have today. No changes in design, minimal change in cost. You're welcome to keep any of those plans, upgrade, or change. Now, new and exciting, we have a new plan to offer you. That's the plan on the far left that's highlighted in yellow. This one is a low-cost plan, the cheapest out of your pay. So you may find this plan affordable. However, I want you to understand the coverage because it is different. You can go to your primary care physician 3 times a year at no copay. That 4th visit or anything more than 4 becomes a $30 visit every time you go. You can see a specialist at $60 each visit. You can go to the urgent care facility for a $100 copay. You have access to your labs and your x-rays. Similar platform, no cost when you're at the doctor's office, $60 if you go to an imaging center. The bigger difference here with this plan is that the deductible is higher. So if you are hospitalized, if you need outpatient surgery, if you need to go to the emergency room, this plan requires you to meet your deductible first of $7,500. You then have a 20% coinsurance until you reach your out-of-pocket maximum of $8,200. That's for you, an individual. You'll see that if you insure others in your house, it takes 2 people to get to $15,000 for a deductible and $16,400 for the maximum coverage. Remember, it takes 2 people to get to those numbers if 2 of you happen to be hospitalized or visit the emergency room next year. This one does include life insurance, just like the other policies. Another big difference in the plan is the prescription benefits, and to me, this is the most impactful. It only covers generic medications. It's a $10 copay, which is cheaper, but just know you cannot get a brand, formulary, brand non-formulary, or a specialty medication under this plan. That's why it says NC, which means not covered. So if you tend to not go to the doctor very much, if you're only on generic medications or none at all, this might be a great low-cost option for you. It has good insurance where you can go to the primary care, you can go to your specialist. You're just limited on that prescription benefit. You can't go to the emergency room like you could on the other plans. So you'll have to decide what is best for you and your family. I know that's a lot of information. Chat in any questions you have so I can get to those as we move forward. Now, for those of you that elect a medical plan, you have access to Balance Care, which is a health advocacy service. Many times you don't understand your insurance or you have questions and you need help. This is where you go. It's a free advocate. They're available 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. They can help you understand your insurance. If you get a bill in the mail and you're not sure why, you thought you paid your copay, you can call and they can help resolve your insurance claim issues. They can help you find doctors and hospitals that are in the network, secure second opinions, help you reach those hard-to-reach specialists, and maybe help educate you on a new medical condition that you've been diagnosed with. It's a great benefit. It's available to you, your dependents, your parents, and your parents-in-laws as well. Just make sure that they provide your name under the policy if it happens to be your parents or your parents-in-laws call in, because they will ask for who's the employee that qualifies for this benefit. Now we'll move on to easier topics. For dental insurance, you're staying with the same carrier, which is MetLife, next year. Great news is there's no changes. It's exactly the same plan and the same cost. It's only a matter of do you wish to have the insurance and which plan is best for you. So you have access to a $1,000 maximum benefit under the Choice PPO plan. It does not include orthodontia coverage. You can go both in and outside the network if you wish. Know that if you go outside the network, you are subject to balance billing. What that means is if your dentist is more expensive than MetLife normally pays, they can balance bill you. To give you an example, hold on one second. To give you an example, if your dentist charges $150 for cleanings, x-rays, and oral exams, and MetLife normally pays $100 for that same service, that's all MetLife is going to pay your dentist. And then they will balance bill you the difference of $50. Now, if you wish, you can upgrade your plan to the Platinum PPO. They will provide you a $5,000 annual benefit maximum. That is a lot of dental work you can have done. It does include orthodontic care, and you can still go both in and outside the network. Here's a great side-by-side of the two plans. You'll see that both offer preventative services at 100% coverage. That's your cleanings, your x-rays, and your oral exam every 6 months. If they say you need a basic service, like a filling, a root canal, simple extractions, those are covered at 50% under the Choice PPO after you've met a $50 deductible. If you have the Platinum plan, it pays 80% after that $50 deductible. So a little bit better benefits under that Platinum insurance plan. The major services, they're 50% coverage under both plans. These are your crowns, bridge work, dentures, those bigger services that you may need performed. Your orthodontic care, it's not covered under the Choice. Under the Platinum, the coverage is 50%. And that does include a one-time lifetime maximum of a $1,000 benefit. So just know it won't pay for all of your braces, but certainly some coverage. Vision insurance. We're staying with the same carrier next year, which is Aetna. If you remember, there's some price savings, 14% lower if you have the vision insurance. So you'll start to save some money there in the new year. It still has the same large network. ProVision, LensCrafters tends to be the most popular, but there are private eye doctors that take the insurance. You'll want to visit Aetna.com and find a provider close to your home. While you can go outside the network, it turns into a reimbursement, and it's not near as gracious. So it's definitely best to stay in network. You have access to an eye exam once a year for free, and they provide you allowances towards contacts and frames, which I'll talk about here in just a second. This is a great side-by-side of the two plans. Also note that in your benefit guide, it gives you a great side-by-side with all of the descriptors. You'll want to definitely take a look at that before you select your plans. For the Aetna Core Vision, this is the cheapest plan, provides you great coverage. You get an eye exam for free once every 12 months. If you decide to use your benefits towards contact lenses, your fitting fee is $55. It then provides you a balance of $100 and then 15% of the balance of $100 for your annual benefit. If you decide to use your benefit towards glasses, your frames are covered up to $110, and then you have a 20% discount. The lenses that go inside your glasses vary in copays based on your prescription. Some are $10, like Progressive is $75. So it just depends on your prescription. You are able to add lens options to your glasses, like tint and scratch resistance. They all have copays associated, so check out that benefit guide. With the Core Vision, they will only pay for new frames once every 24 months. So if you're one that tends to get glasses every year, maybe your prescription changes, you may want to sign up for the Plus Vision because that will provide you a new set of frames every 12 months. It also provides you an enhanced benefit. It's $160 towards your frames with a 20% off your balance. The lenses that go inside your glasses also have a lower copay. Everything's $10, which would save you money. And you can add a lot of options to your glasses at no copay. So that's where I see the best advantage of having the Plus is if you utilize this benefit for glasses and need new frames every 12 months. If you utilize this benefit here for contact lenses, there is some additional savings for you. You don't have a fitting fee, and they provide you a $160 allowance towards your contact lenses. The Plus plan tends to be about 3 times as much, so you'll have to do that cost-benefit analysis to see is it really worth the upgrade, depending on how you wish to use the insurance next year. Next, I'll talk about your flexible spending account. For the flexible spending account, we have two ways that you're able to set aside money on a pre-tax basis. This would reduce your taxable income. The first here is the medical FSA. You can set aside up to $2,750 into this account. That money can be used to pay for your out-of-pocket expenses, like your copays, co-insurance, deductibles, maybe prescription costs, dental work, vision benefits. Right now, today, if you do not have an FSA account, when you go to the doctor, you're paying those copays with after-tax money. And that's okay. You can continue to do that if you wish. However, this is a way that you can pay for those same appointments with pre-tax money. That's where the savings comes in. There's a few other perks. Your annual election becomes available to you the 1st of January. So the entire year, you can start using those funds come January 1st if you'd like. You also receive a debit card. Your debit card is also usable. You can get a second card for a spouse if you wish to share your money. That's fine as well. You also have the ability to roll over any unused funds. Up to $550 will roll over into next calendar year if it goes unutilized. Just make sure you're careful in what you decide to elect. If you put in $1,000 into this account, only $550 can roll over if it goes unused. The rest would be lost to you, which is $450. That's where the risk comes in. I have put in your benefit guide, an estimator where you can estimate how much you plan to spend next year, and then you can determine how much money you'd like to set aside into this account. You definitely don't want to lose money, so just be careful what you do put into the account. This slide here represents the most popular qualified expenses to give you some point of reference. You can use the money for prescription medication, over-the-counter items, copays, co-insurance, deductibles, psychiatric care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, chiropractic care, dental procedures that are not cosmetic, orthodontia services, and acupuncture. Now we have a second way that you can spend money into a tax savings account. This would be for dependent care services. You can set aside up to $5,000 into this account, but it is different than how it functions. It's considered reimbursement. So the money has to come out of your paycheck first before you can then file a claim with Paychex and get that money back for your daycare eligible expenses. You can then use that repayment in your bank account to pay for your next week or month of daycare services. You will get into a nice little rhythm after the month of January completes to where it is less impactful financially for you since it is a reimbursement program. This money is not front-loaded, so it does have to come out of your bank account for your check first before you can file that claim. And you do not receive a debit card. So it's all a claim-based reimbursement platform. All the money has to be used in the calendar year. It is not eligible for rollover. So you do want to plan accordingly. Most commonly, this account is used for daycare expenses. That would be daycare, before and after school care, nursery school, preschool, or summer camps. It's not eligible for elderly care expenses. I'm sorry, it is eligible for elderly care expenses as well, should you have those impacting your family. But it just has some limitations. Make sure you do your homework before you participate in either plan. If you wish to enroll, you'll visit your Paychex Flex account. You'll select the Paychex Benefit account from your menu option, and you'll select to enroll now. For those of you that have the FSA currently, your election this year will roll over to next year if you do nothing. If you want to make a change, increase it, decrease it, do make sure that you do log in and make that change. Next, we'll move on to the disability insurance plans. We offer short-term and long-term disability. This will provide you a 60% benefit payable if you're unable to work due to your own illness or accident. We offer this to you in different durations. For short-term disability, you can purchase either a 13-week benefit or 26 weeks. Both have a 14-week waiting period, and it will pay 60% of your salary up to a $2,000 week benefit. You can also purchase long-term disability. It would pay your salary 60% up to a $5,000 monthly benefit. You can select either 90 days or 180 days. Know that the benefits correlate with each other. If you elect short-term disability for 13 weeks, you'll likely want to do long-term disability for 90 days. That way you don't have a gap in coverage. If you select short-term for 26 weeks, make sure you do long-term for 180 days. Again, so you have no gap in coverage. The price for these two plans, you'll see when you log into your Flex account. You will then be able to pick and choose which one best meets your needs. Know that you do not have any pre-existing condition clauses. So if you have a condition today, it will cover you January 1st. If you already know that you're pregnant or maybe having surgery in January, as long as you're actively at work on January 1st, you would be able to file a claim for that surgery in January and it become payable. That's pretty rare for a disability policy to be able to be automatically approved without a questionnaire. Now we'll move into your life and disability plans, or life and voluntary plans. We just talked about disability. So for life insurance, you have a $10,000 medical policy included with your medical policy. It's a $10,000 life insurance policy included, and that's free to you. Your company is also very gracious. They're giving you a $25,000 employer paid policy. So right now off the bat, you'll have $35,000 in life insurance if you enroll in the medical policy. Now, if you'd like additional insurance, you're able to buy that voluntarily. You'll see here on the side, it's very affordable. It is based on your age and your amount of insurance you wish to buy. The price here is per $1,000 of benefit. I have an example for you here. A 43-year-old wants $40,000 of insurance. That cost equates to $3.60 a month. So pretty affordable, if you ask me. This is term insurance. It has no cash value unless you pass away. That's why it's so inexpensive. For those of you that are currently enrolled, you're able to increase your allotment up to $10,000, no questions asked. If you don't have life insurance today and want to add it next year, it does require evidence of insurability. That means you're going to get an application from the carrier. You'll have to fill it out and return. They'll then say yes or no. If you are approved, they'll tell you and Paychex. Then we'll update your benefits and start charging out of your paycheck for your life insurance plan. With the application process, there is no physical, there's no blood work. You're truly just filling out an application. They'll ask questions about your height, your weight, what medications do you take, what doctors do you see, things to that nature before they say yes or no. You can buy insurance up to 5 times your salary or $1 million, which is the maximum. You can also buy insurance for your spouse. It's in $5,000 increments up to $20,000. Or children. Pardon me for 1 second. For children, it's in $2,000 increments. Let me start over there. That was quite loud. It's in $2,000 increments up to $10,000. So again, it's very affordable insurance, something to consider for next year if you'd like to add additional coverage. Now the MetLife voluntary insurance plans. These remain unchanged as well. It's only a matter of if you would like to add them or make a change. The accident insurance provides benefits to you over 150 conditions. For example, if you break a body part, if you need stitches, lacerations, concussions, if you have to go to the hospital due to an accident, that would be payable under the policy. It also would cover any physician visits, MRIs, CTs, X-rays, physical therapy appointments related to that accident as well. So it can be very helpful to help pay for the medical bills that you now have coming in if you had this accident policy. For the critical illness, this would pay you money, lump sum money, if you're diagnosed with a serious health condition next year. Examples would include heart attacks, strokes, cancers, the big ones that we hope don't happen. You would have additional coverage. We also offer hospitalization. This policy would pay money if you were admitted into the hospital, and then a per-day benefit for every day you are there. This can help pay for those deductibles that you now have under your medical policy if you had the hospitalization plan. Now, all three of these do include a high or low benefit option. You'll see the prices in your benefit guide and in Flex. While it still pays the same per se coverage, the benefit it pays you varies based on the high or low plan you select. The high plan costs more money out of your paycheck. You also get a better benefit payable to you if you have a qualified event. Now the prepaid legal plan, it's a one price for the whole family. It's like $16 and change a month. It provides you access to an attorney on standby. You have to use the 14,000 attorneys that contract with MetLife through the Hyatt Legal Plan Service. They can cover lots of items for you from a legal perspective, like document reviews, traffic tickets, estate planning. So if you're looking to get your will done, living wills, guardianship of your kids, that's a great way to make that financial plan for next calendar year. I have used it personally for that estate planning. I even signed up for it again next year because my child is going to turn 18. He'll now need his own wills and living wills in place since he's going to be an adult next year. So these are great plans to consider. Take a look at them when you do your benefit elections. So what's next? You're going to log into your Paychex Flex account no later than November 30th. You're going to first review your dependent information. You're able to add or drop dependents during annual enrollment without any questions asked. Double check the names are spelled correctly, dates of birth, and socials. Then you'll elect your benefit plans. You'll review and submit your elections, of which will give you a confirmation statement that you're going to want to keep. Today, when you log into Paychex Flex, you'll have a banner that says it's annual enrollment. Choose your elections. You'll get to this screen here where you can select Begin. You'll see that dependent view comes up first to add in your dependents or make a change. And then you're going to start making your plan selections, plan by plan. We'll keep track of the amount of money that you're spending so that you can determine, okay, my max budget's, $150, and can stop making plan selections when you reach that number. Then you'll get to the screen here where you can review your selected plans. It's your last chance to make a change. So if you made a mistake, you're able to hit the change button. It'll bring you back to the medical section where you can adjust your plan selection and go back to review to then finalize your submission. You'll see on the same screen your beneficiaries. Because the company is giving you life insurance, please make sure you have a beneficiary listed. We need to know who you want that money to go to in case something happens. You can list a primary and a secondary insurer. You can also divide the money amongst many people if you wish. Just tell us by percentage who gets what amount of money from your life insurance. At the very end, you'll get congratulations, you completed your enrollment. In the middle, you'll see the PDF file that you can click and download. I suggest you save that for your records and then compare that to your January paycheck to make sure your deductions match properly. If there's a discrepancy, let us know so we can look into it right away. The benefit plans that you're selecting now during annual enrollment will be in place for all of 2022. The only way you can make changes to your plans is if you have a qualified event. If you get married, get divorced, have a baby, if your spouse loses or gains coverage, you only have 30 days to report that change to Paychex so we can apply to your coverage levels. Otherwise, the plans you elect now will be in place for all of 2022. If you have a question following today's session, we have help available through our benefits support team. They're available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You can also email them directly. Their average response time is about 48 hours. So if you need help urgently, make sure you call in. They can also help you if you need to reset your passwords. If you don't remember your user ID, they can assist you with some of those credential challenges. And of course, answer any benefit questions you may have. I'm now going to pause that recording and see if you have any questions. Open it up to the floor.